How's it going, my G's? It's Artifact. I'm standing up in front of the computer, right? Because there's a very British problem which says working on your computer while standing up for 10 minutes to ease everyone else in the office into the fact you're about to leave for 2 weeks. Yeah, I've got 10 minutes left and I'm going on holiday. Anyway, how's it going, everyone? It's Artifact. I think I already said that. Yeah. I wanted to give you a little tip about self-mastering today because I tend to just master my own tracks these days. And yeah, there's a nice little way how I go about doing it. It's very, very simple. I can't tell you my exact mastering chain because it kind of changes every time and I try to improve it. And obviously, like, I kind of make a bit of a living through it, so I can't give all of that away. But what I can give you a little tip, I made this tip on my Instagram the other day as well, but I kind of go into a bit more detail here. On like how you can just get the best master that you possibly can. So this is like just an example, just a little loop that I made, I think from a previous video, the Patreon power bass. And if we just like bounce out this as a pre-master, so what I would do is I've got nothing on my master like in the project, in the mixdown, right? Just a Camel Crusher to clip the audio at 0. And then what we're going to do is after it's been sort of clipped at 0, I'm just going to turn it down like, let's say 4 dB. So it's kind of like, yeah, it's 4 dB lower. So then we'll bounce out this as our pre-master as like a WAV. We can import that project into our new project here. Now it's obviously at -4, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the master and I'm actually going to put on a span as well so I can just check the levels of what's going on. And then I'm going to just add in another gain again on the master here and boost it up to 4. So it's kind of would be back at the original level again, right? And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use the channel strip to apply all of my kind of mastering effects now. This is where I'm going to put in like the extra boosts and things that I'm going to do. So it's going to be a lot of EQing because I'm basically going to just try and fill out the little holes where there's still like little gaps in the sound. And yeah, something I'll do on the actual master as well. I'll have 2 linear EQs here just to cut out the lows of the stereo of everything a little bit, sort of around 20 or 25. Really low sub rumbly frequency. I wouldn't really ever go higher than 30 on this kind of curve, but yeah, maybe 25 or so. You can kind of hear a little bit that you start to get a bit more punch and clarity when you take out that low area there. And then I'm going to do a similar thing on the side EQ, but we're going to go up a bit higher. So we're going to take out all this side information that doesn't need to be there. And I'll do this in the project as well, but occasionally there'll be some left over. So for the master, I'll just do it again. Yeah, maybe around 70 or 80 or... Yeah, so I have a bit more clarity there. And that's kind of the last kind of line of effects. And then we'll go back into the kind of original channel here, and we'll just apply some kind of boosts and things like that where we think we can get a bit more, squeeze a bit more out of the sound. So I'll do a lot of EQing and then I'll throw on like a few of my favorite kind of coloring plugins as well that kind of just enhance the sound a little bit more. Like, I won't go into all of them specifically, but one that I do definitely use a lot because it kind of depends on the track as well. But like, yeah, the Waves Sheps Particles is really great as well because especially like the bite, if you want to get a bit more kind of grittiness into the sound. Yeah, I think that can work quite nicely on the master. But then what the kind of main takeaway point that I wanted to give you, let's say I've built up a master chain, I've got a bunch of EQing, I've got a few kind of coloring effects, it's all very subtle. I'm trying to make like the whole mix sort of 5% better than it was before. That's the kind of amount of difference the mastering really should make, that last kind of 5% or so, at least that's what I think. So then what I'll do is I'll bounce it out just as it is, as like the final master, and then I can go back and I can listen to the other previous versions I've got of the track, and just over the course of time, use that as a reference to listen. And by running it through the mastering, I'll sometimes notice like little things that I could have improved in the mix down, because now everything is a bit louder and boosted. It gives me a sense of what it sounds like at this new level, and then I can make some adjustments back in the mix, revisit the old project and bounce that out, with those adjustments made, and then put that file just straight over into my mastering chain, which remains the same project. I'll just save this project and then render it out again. So I can just kind of go back to the mixdown and tweak things, put it through here, bang it out again, and then I'll do that a few times. I'll maybe take a couple of days if it's a really important project as well, to just really make sure that you've rested your ears and found the best balance for the final master. So yeah, I hope that is a little helpful tip for you guys if you ever want to try and master your own songs. Of course, you can always message me if you want my professional ear to do it for you. But yeah, I hope you guys have a wicked day. I'll be back with some more sound design videos ASAP. Peace.